What's up, guys? Andre Maurice here, back with another video recap. We're in week 8 of the road back to a 600-pound deadlift. This is my last heavy day off of the 2-inch blocks. This is my last warm-up set with 455 before we hop into the 3x1, which I was doing today. First set of one was a 495, about 90%. Smooth, fast, strong. There we go. All right. Second set was 520. This is about 92%. Moved a little slower than the 495, but still moved. And I like the positioning in my back. Didn't really get rounded over too much. And I held positioning pretty good with the bracing and everything. All right, 535. Got to get your mind right. I feel like deadlift is one of those movements that you gotta attack the bar and gotta go in with 100% confidence, and you can't. It's got to be a lot of aggression, controlled aggression. You just can't walk up to it like a bitch. That's just my opinion. I feel like the bar knows if you're scared. And 535 for a single. Boom. All right. Got slower as it got heavier, but nonetheless, I feel like everything moved good, especially going up to the weights that I was hitting. So excited to see how this is going to carry over when I do test in maybe like 2 weeks. Moved on to trap bar deadlifts, deficit deadlifts, excuse me. 3x5 with 360. As I said before, really happy with these. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm pulling this off of a deficit, because I've honestly haven't. I don't think I've done trap bar deficit deadlifts in probably, man, maybe like 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? I usually, when I was doing the trap bar, it was just off the floor. So I had to give myself some slack, and then being that this hits the legs a lot harder, you know, this is a really good sign that everything is moving in the right direction. All right, last set of 5 here for the day with the trap bar deficit deadlift. Yeah, really excited to see the carryover from both these lifts, and it'll let me know what to game plan for the next training cycle. Whether I can add, I can do maybe another training cycle with the 2-inch blocks and see if it carries over, or it's going to be the deficit deadlift first and have the block pulls as a assistance movement along with the trap bar deadlifts. RDLs, did a 3x8 starting with 195 all the way to 225. This is 205. Still really learning the movement. Like I said before, a lot of big deadlifters do RDLs, and I've done them in the past, but I think because I've never really been that good at them, I kind of just do them and kind of quit on them and kind of just say, all right, whatever didn't work for me. Not doing it this time around. A whole new attitude, just like with, having a separate back day, upper back day. I'm going to take the same approach as this. You only get better at it if you practice, and that's what I'm doing. And I just, I've seen people that have big RDLs, RDL in like 405. So, and to be honest with you, I think the most I've ever done in an RDL might be like 315 for like 5. So just imagine if I can get to where I'm repping 315 for 10, 365, 405, hell, even more. How much carryover that's going to have to my regular deadlift, and just really ingraining that, getting that good hip hinge pattern. I mean, I feel like this is maybe a mix of like a RDL and maybe a demo deadlift, but like I said, it's one of the two, but it feels good, and I'm gonna keep getting used to it. I'm gonna keep practicing it, and we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. But yeah, as always, guys, everybody that's been on this journey with me, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's been fun, and it's almost time for testing day, and we're gonna see what we got. As always, like, comment, subscribe. We out.